ask a few questions. Obviously, you guys you finished the grad program as of today.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask a few questions on how you got it. So I'll start with you, Hash.
Yep.
How did you get into the program?
So I initially started when the grad program had commenced. I was in the street lighting department, and then when the grad program came along, and as a graduate from a civil engineering background, jumped on board and did a couple of months in street lighting to finish that off, and then moved along to the other departments with project management. And after 2 years, I've been rotated in all different departments, and a lot I've learned within that time, and a lot that there is still to learn. It's been a good journey so far.
What about you, Nathan?
I jumped on board when just the grad program kicked off. So after the first two, Hash and Jordan, this kind of popped up, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of get involved in the electrical industry.
Yeah. So you've got different backgrounds. You're a civil engineer and an electrical engineer. Yeah. Cool. Was it what you expected, the program?
Yeah, a lot better than I expected. Initially, like I used to tell everyone as well, that I have a lot of mates that have worked at other companies where the grad program wasn't really a good setup, and as soon as the first rotation I started here, they're spending 6 months in each department, and the help that everyone's given us during that time, it's PowerPoint's got above and beyond, and with the mentors that we had set up as well, if we ever had any questions or anything we were confused about, it was easy for us to go to them and ask for help. Every second of it's been good, and there's a lot, like I said, I've learned, and I'm sure there's a lot more in the future.
What about you, Nathan?
Yeah, same as Hash really. Just the program, it's clear that you guys took a lot of time into just perfecting what we wanted to do as like grads, and it really helped. Like it was expected, but there was a lot more that came with it.
Can you tell us what you went through, like what the programs you went through, the rotation?
So I started in UID, so that's your Greenfield New Estates design, and then after that I went over to asset relocation, so that kind of involved underground and a bit of overhead with surveying as well. And then after that was PM, so project delivery, so from design to building, just a project. And then the last one was public lighting, so with council standards, working with AS 1158 and the AS 3000.
Yeah. So actually you had the same rotation but in different order?
So pretty much the other area. So I started in street lighting with James' team, and I wasn't there before. I was there before the grad program had started as well. So finished off there, moved along into project managing downstairs with the UID team, and then came back upstairs with Candy's team doing some asset relocation inside overhead and underground. And then I went back into PM with Mike's team. With major projects. So I think around that time is when I started realising what I didn't want to do. Now UID design is what I've done a bit downstairs whilst I've been doing PM on the side. So it's been good.
And which bit do you enjoy the most?
I think project management is where I've done a lot. I've always had that interest in dealing with clients face to face or over the phone. If there's been any construction issues, trying to resolve them best I can. I've come from a background where I've always dealt with customers as well face to face. So it's helped with even getting the name out there as well, and every different clients you get to meet as well. So
and to be a good project management, obviously to understand the design concepts and how to design makes you more valuable.
Yeah, exactly. So one side of the project management is that being the face of the company as well and dealing with customers, and the other side is obviously getting a better understanding of how the design things work as well. So I spent a little less time in design than I did in project management, but then in saying that, I've learned through project management, I've learned the design side of things as well.
And true project management, you manage design all the way through.
Exactly. You'd work with your clients one thing, and then you'd be working alongside the designers another as well. So anytime construction issues come through, there's a design query. We'll sit down with the design guys, go through it, see how we can best problem solve it. And then over time you start learning the design side of things and what's involved in it as well.
Yeah. But which bit do you like the best?
I enjoyed the asset relocation side of things, design. I think UID was a good kind of foundation to start with, just underground and overhead.
So what sort of practical jobs would you do? You got an example of a job you were doing asset relocation?
So a lot of them are really just city power projects and things like that. So we kind of get a design, a scope, and we just go from there. So, and then we handball over to Hash and his team.
The practical for people who don't know about told them what the type of work we do? What's an example of a job?
So just your overhead power lines, maybe a pole wants to be shifted or relocated because the road's getting built, so we just move it and just make sure everything's just okay, so tree clearance and just other clearances and
Yeah.
signed off by the DB.
Cool. Best achievement in the 24 months?
I think, well, one of them is completely finishing the grad program.
Yeah.
Ticking off all the boxes that were involved, and even doing a grad project with one of the guys as well. So that's one of them. And yeah, it's like I said before, it's something where I've learned a lot from, and over time I know there's going to be even a lot more that I will be learning as well. It's a massive industry that I'm in, so I look forward to it. Working with the guys in the project management team or all the departments I've been through and everything I've learned, it's probably an achievement I'll always be.
Yeah. What are you most proud of?
I think just in asset relocation, the design side for the city power work. So it was a relatively kind of new part of the business.
Yeah.
And I was really happy that Canby's kind of had the confidence in myself to oversee it. And of course the grad program, finishing that was great.
Yeah, you should be proud of the power core stuff. You did a good job to keep a customer that's not always easy to please, keep them happy and meet their standards, which was new for us, which was good effort.
Thanks.
Biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge would be probably a couple of clients that I've dealt with where we've tried to complete a project with them within a specific time.
Yeah.
So we have managed, we did manage to get it over the line, but the biggest challenge with certain companies, with everyone before Christmas trying to get compliance with their developments, because of the guy's help downstairs, which has helped me achieve that. And
The customers have got a lot of money tied up in projects, and obviously
Yeah.
it becomes quite emotional and
exactly
stressful
right.
time.
So, and it's not only this time, throughout the whole year as well. So you're working on multiple projects at the same time, so you're trying to only go above and beyond for every different customer.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not only just focusing on one and forgetting everyone else, but trying to pretty much give your time evenly to everyone. It's probably the biggest challenge, but every time the project does complete, it's probably one of the best feelings.
And your biggest challenge?
I think similar to Hash, just deadlines, they're sometimes a bit tricky, but I reckon the consultant side of the business as well, so more like stakeholder management and just business development. And I think that's also a bit of a challenge to kind of understand coming out of a design kind of start at uni.
Yeah. Hash, you talked about the mentoring program.
Yep.
So you had a mentor.
Yes.
How did that go? How did you go through?
So I had Thelini, and I actually started with her in street lighting once I started at Power Plant. So she's been very helpful throughout the whole process. Whether if I was in street lighting or if I was in any other department, she was always there if I had any questions. We held regular meetings every fortnight as well, so for about an hour, whether it was just here or if it was to go get a coffee. We weren't just always speaking about work-related issues, anything that's outside of work, she was always very helpful with as well. Like I said, any queries I had, whichever rotation I was in, I'd always go to her first, and then if there was anything from there I needed to escalate to someone else, maybe she couldn't assist with. Everyone gives me very helpful with it. So it was a good setup, and I hope after completing the grad project, I can take all that she's taught me and I can pass that on to someone else.
And your mentor?
Mine was Owen, so I think we had a very similar kind of personality. And, so with that, it was kind of good to have a friendly face from kind of the get-go when I came here, just to kind of talk to and reflect about anything really.
Yeah. And the big difference from uni to work life, working life. What was the biggest change?
Good question.
I
think the hours. So I'm usually at uni. I think every 3 days a week, but be full on now. But,
I think both uni and work have its, I would say it like not good and bad, but I mean, like Nate said, you got your work hours, you have to come to work, and obviously, it's been good, like learning everything that there's a lot that you don't learn at uni. At times uni can be stressful, at times work can be stressful, but you learn from both of them, and then there are some things you did learn there you can bring on board here, and there are some things that uni don't teach you, which you pick up on.
So you now finished your program, and we're going to give you your awards. What's the next for you guys? Ash, you want to go first?
Yep. So I'll be doing full time with the project management team downstairs in UID development. So I look forward to it. I've spent my time there, I think about 8-9 months so far.
Yeah.
I've started building up. I've been a little more confident in the clients I deal with and the process of project management. So I'll be there for a while, or hopefully a while, and then hopefully within that project management sector I can develop my skills and grow further as well.
So you're sitting down with your manager to look at your next 1, 2, 5 years?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'll be sitting down with team leaders, so Nate and Jason, and maybe the next 2 years, 5 years, where I see myself, or where I'd like to develop my skills.
Yeah.
So we holding meetings with them as well, and and look forward to how they can help me pretty much develop my skills in the 2 to 5 years.
Cool. Where do you know? Where are you going to?
The Western office. I think that's really the first step for me, going out to Altona.
Yeah.
And after that, probably sit down with Canvas and just the GM just to see.
So you've decided to move to the design area, or stay in the design area?
Yeah, so still in asset relocation, but
Yeah.
just out in the West.
Yeah, and lead the PowerCore works
Yeah.
and the work. Cool. Have you sat down and done your development plan yet, or is it still to be done?
Still to be done, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have kind of an idea, but we just
Yeah.
need to kind of decide pinpoint exactly.
Cool. All right, guys. Here's your forms. Forms. Awards. Ash.
Thank you.
And Nathan.
Cheers.
Just show them to the camera, and thanks very much.